Please let me know if you are able to hear me. Please give a thumbs up. Am I audible to you all? Please reply back. Are you able to hear me? Please help me out with this. Whether you are able to hear what I am saying. Am I audible to you all? If so, please let me know. Alright. So, as few of them were unable to get my voice, so we'll start it from the beginning. So, let's start it. Now, when we are talking about this, so let's start from the beginning. So, again, welcome back once again, everyone. Welcome back to Java Learning Hub for ICSC. Today's topic is Java mistakes every student makes. Means not necessarily only students, the one who is learning the code make these mistakes. Now, let us see about this. What we have. First, the mistakes what we do is, so we know that what is a Java? Java is nothing but it is a programming language. So, when we are talking about this programming language, it is nothing but it is a high level programming language. Now, okay. Used in software, we use it in software development or say web development and Android development. Android is an operating system. Now let us see the beginners who makes the common mistakes while learning the Java is so first one is forgetting semicolon. So what is semicolon? We use semicolon in the English language as well, right? Now, so when we are using this, forgetting the semicolon, okay. Now, okay, you're getting the voice? Okay, now good. Okay, thank you. Now let's continue with the class. Okay. So the forgetting semicolon. Semicolon is what? Nothing but Java. Whenever we are writing, see here, we have written system.out.println. In there is brackets. We have written the hello. So, but we forgot. And even though we encoded it in double quotations, we did not use we did not end it with semicolon. So we have to end it with semicolon. So this is the down. I hope you are able to see this. This is the way how we have to write. We have to end it or terminate it with semicolon. So wherever needed, you need to end it with semicolon. Like for an example, if I say, if I am writing a class XC, then I will not use semicolon here. There are certain rules and regulations which we need to follow, right? So we cannot use semicolon here. Whereas for the displaying method, insertion or declaration of the messages when we are doing, we use the semicolons. Now let us see about the second mistake. So usually what student does is they use the two types of operators are there. One is the assignment operator, the other one is comparison operator. So assignment operator is used for assigning certain value to a variable, whereas comparison operators will check for the values which are given. Say for an example here, if I say that a is equals to 5, then what it is doing here? It is checking whether it is telling 5 equals to 5. So it is wrong here. Means when we are talking about assignment operator, it is false because it is wrong. Whereas when I am using a comparison operator, Say again, as I said, A is 5, he will take like that. So I am checking whether 5 equals to 5. This is the way how we check for the condition here. It is actually here he is checking with 10. So let us take 10. So here the answer will be false because it is wrong. I hope you all are understanding. Right, this is how this means. Let us see a detailed definition of an assignment operator. So whenever we are going to assign or store values in variables, we use assignment operator. See here, my assignment data type is integer, variable is a, value is 10. Right? I hope you all are understanding. Please join the class, like, share and subscribe my channel. Now when we are talking about the comparison operator, what we use it? Comparison operator compares what? Two values and it returns true or false. So here, as I said you, in the previous file or in the previous page, I have told you that A is 5. So it is going to check whether A value is 5 or not. So when in comparison operator, the values will be given with answer as true or false. Now, before we go further, I have given you equal and equals difference in one of my video. Please check that. You will get in-depth explanation about that. I hope am I audible to you all? If so, please give me a thumbs up. Now, third one is when we are ignoring case sensitivity. So we know that Java is case sensitive. So what does the case sensitive means? Case sensitivity means wherever you have to write capital letter, you have to write capital letter there. Whereas wherever you have to write small alphabets, you have to write small alphabet. This is what case sensitivity deals with. Now, so when we are talking about this, now, so let us see what we have to do. See here, whenever I have to write display message, system.out.println, what I have to do is, please message me if you join. Now, so here, when I am using display message system.out.println, I wrote everything in small alphabet. But as you know that system S always has to be in capital letter, which is missing here. So it is not following the rule. So how we have to write? We have to write system as S here. S must be in capital. It is mandatory for you to write this S as capital. Followed by the message, whatever the message, what message you are encoding in this, not necessary that it has to be the capital small, that depends on you. But the S has to be in capital here. So when you write this, it is correct form of writing. Okay, now let us see about the fourth one. Fourth mistake is not initializing variables. So whenever we are talking about the variables, we have different types of variables when we are using the Java language. Say for an example, I just see here, suppose if I am writing a class X and I am initializing this with certain variables such as, I am writing here itself, it has to come in new line. Int A is my variable. So when I am talking about this variable, we will call it as an instance variable. Whereas when I am using a method, say void input, and in this particular method I am initializing or declaring some variable, say int k, and followed by I am closing it with set of statements, and then I am closing this. So this variable, that is int k, is here. So k is a local variable of integer type which belongs to a method called as input. This is how it works, right? Now, so this is called as a local variable. So local variables must be initialized. Initialized means what? What did we do here? Say for an example, I wrote int k, but it is wrong. What I have to do? I have to give the value of k here. Now see here, just removing this part. Now see here, wrong is int a system.out.println. What we are doing? We are declaring a variable a, which is whose data type is integer. We are trying to display the message. We are trying to display a value, but we did not give any number to integer number or value to variable a. Henceforth, it is invalid. So what you have to do is, first you have to assign certain numeric value, which is an integer, to a variable called a. Right? Now, that is how we initialize the variables before we use. Now let us see about the 5 common mistakes writing in the main method. So when we are talking about writing everything inside main. So normally when we write a Java code, what we do is we write everything in one program. First we will write the class, we start the class, we write the main, we start the main, right? Now, so writing all code inside main makes program difficult to manage. So you may have 10 lines, you may have 20 lines, you may have 25 lines. So it will be inconvenient for you. So what you have to do is use methods for better structure and readability. So let us see what we can do here. See for an example. See here, I'll show you both the examples using main as well as using methods. So this is my program called as program itself, and here we are writing the main, followed by initialize the variables a as 10 and b as 20. Then I am doing the sum, means I am doing the addition here, and displaying the addition. Subtraction I am doing a minus b, and displaying subtraction. Then multiplication a into b, and displaying the multiplication value. Again I am doing division b by a, and displaying the value. Then my program ends. Means there is nothing wrong in this program. But if you do the same code, so the problems which we get is code becomes lengthy as usual, and sometimes due to lengthy code it becomes difficult for us to understand. So, and it is also difficult for debugging the programs, rectifying. And when you have to reuse the code, it is not easy for us. Cannot reuse code easily. Right? This is one way. And the other thing is, the structure of the program is very basic. So it is very, you see, it is not a poor, but it is basic. So we need to have a better approach. We must have. So let us see the better approach using methods. So here my program is my program. Here I am, instead of writing main here itself, what we are doing is we are using a method called as addition. Void is, it will not return any value to the main method. Static is a constant value, and my access specifier is in public. The same code using different, writing using a different way. I hope you all are understanding this. Now, so what we are doing, we are taking a method called as addition. In that I am using a value, b value as 10 and 20. Then I am doing sum a plus b, then displaying the sum, and because it is a local variables are here a and b. We have seen few minutes back about the local variables. So this particular variables a and b are local variables which belongs to a method called as addition here. I just hope you all are understanding this. Then subtract method. So when we are doing the subtract method, a is 10, b is 20 again. Sub is equals to a minus b. Resultant value will be saved in sub here. Then we are displaying the subtraction. Closing this. Then I did addition, multiplication and division also you can write, but I try to close it. So here before we do that, we are going to write the main here and we are going to call the methods. Usually we call the methods by creating an object. Say my program is what? My program. So I just wanted to give the basic concept, that's why I did not write this. My program, P has to be capital as per the rule. OB is equals to new my program. Now when I have to call the methods, how I will be calling? Here it has to be up and it here OB dot addition, here OB dot subtraction, OB dot multiplication, OB dot division, like this. Then I am giving a final message that my program has finished. Now let us see an advantages of using methods. So this is how we do or we use methods. Now let us see what are the advantages of using methods. You are able to read it clearly. The concept is very good. Then easy maintenance. It will be possibly easily maintainable. Then whenever we have to reuse the code, it is possible for reusing the code and debugging becomes easier and the style of the coding looks professional. So we have certain advantages when we are using the methods like this. So I personally suggest you all to do so. Now if you have anything to say, please message. If you have any doubt, you may ask. Right? Now let us continue with the topic. So why we use, what are the benefits which we needed when we are using a method? So when we are using methods, we will have cleaner code, easy debugging, reusability of the code can be done, followed by the better program structure. When you see the structure of the orientation of the program, it will be good. Now, additional mistakes which students do or as a beginner anyone can do is forgetting curly braces. Wherever you are, when see for an example, if I am writing a class, I have to start it. Then say for an example, see here, class, wait, here, class, say we have taken, then it is mandatory that I have to start this. Whatever we write, it has to be encoded within these quotations. So as a students, we forget that because we are in hurry to write the code, we forget the things. Likewise, whenever the person who is starting the code, usually more possibly forgets it. So don't forget the codes. And array index, incorrect array pace, array bound, initializing will be wrong. And students may start the braces loop and may not end it properly. So those are the infinite looping will be done when we are having this. So let us see about the conclusions. I hope you all are understanding this. And if you have any doubts, you can clarify them by passing the comments. If you have any doubts, please message me. And hi, now, okay, let us see. Now, let us see the conclusion. So, by understanding these common mistakes, you can improve your coding skills faster and write better Java programs. I hope you will understand this. If you have any mistake, please let me know. So we can say that the key to mastering Java is one must be practicing the code again and again, and with patience and with problem solving, not come in a day, but try it, you will do it. And lastly, keep coding and keep learning. Now, before we end the class, I want you all to go through these mistakes, watch all other videos which I have posted in my group channel. If you have any doubts, rectify them. So you can message me for that. And nevertheless, come online and watch the live sessions so that your mistakes can be rectified then and there itself. If not, comment, I will rectify your mistakes. Hope you have a good day and like, share and subscribe my channel to your friends and family. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.